That's it. I'm done being broke. Grandparents are broke, mom was broke, dad was broke. If I don't do something soon, I feel like it's gonna keep going and going. So I'd like to add, as you can see, food all over me. Yeah, I've got kids, alright, and they love hugs, and they love hugs with greasy mouths. Let's continue. I see a lot of people on the internet that are, making videos of flipping, like buying, reselling. I mean, I grew up on the markets. At 7, I used to go in the market. Sometimes I'd wake up 4 o'clock in the morning and I'd be setting up for 6 before I go off to school, and like come back, pack up, go home, like market life. We've done Bethnal Green, Whitechapel, Brick Lane, we've done Stratford markets. It's just, we've been a bit of everywhere, like we used to sell socks and underwear. So no, socks and underwear, right? Imagine telling your mates that, how cool was that? But yeah, so the idea is to basically start this business from nothing, and I'm talking absolutely nothing, right? First, before I continue, let me just tell you how it all started, okay? I mean, I follow some guys, I won't say any names, but I follow them, and I noticed there seemed to be a big market for second-hand goods, like things that people buy at Bootsales and charity shops and, places like that. And I thought, like, that's actually a really good idea. It looks fun, like, because you kind of get to choose your items, you get to see things that you haven't seen for years. At first I was a bit skeptical, and I said to myself, like, I don't know if I got the time, if I got the resources, and I started looking into it, and it was a bit crazy because it was like it kind of just flowered into this, and I say flowered, we're probably at the seed stage right now, but I said to my missus, right, I said, look, I'm a bit skeptical on it, like I said, it is possible, but I think it's going to be a slow process. So I said to me, look, you know what, why don't you just go for it? Just go do it, like, and you never know where it's going to be in a couple of years. And she's right, So I said to her, look, I'll tell you what, here's the deal, right? We're going to go to our local charity shop. If I can find one deal, one item that I think that I could potentially make profit on, right? I said, then we'll start the business, we'll do it, just like it's a sign, from us to say, universe telling us, like, this is your sign, I'm giving you this to show you, go for it, just go for it. So look at this, right, I'll tell you what I've got, right? So we went to the charity shop, was having a look around, like, and literally the first charity shop, I'd been in here for about 30 seconds, right? Look at this, right? They're not the best in the world, right, but, wait, I got me a pair of Timberland boots. Don't get me wrong, they're not like mint condition. I mean, they look pretty clean, How much do you think they cost me? They were £3. £3. Like, when I saw it, I was like, ping, that's my sign. So, yeah, we brought them home, and I thought, you know what, let's do it. So, I've got £20, right? My bank actually has 0, right? Look, yeah. I actually have 0 money in my bank, right? I get paid in a few days, but that's fine, it's beyond the point. Like I said, we never make it to the end of the month anyway. 2 jobs nowadays, that's a bit mental, isn't it? Anyway, we won't go into all that. This is about the business, starting from nothing. So I'm going to take this £20, right? I'm going to source things for free. So I'm going to go to Bootsales, charity shops, I'm going to go to Facebook Marketplace, I'm going to, every possible avenue I can think of, right? Just to kind of pick up some freebies along the way. Starting this business, right? I want you to join the journey for me, just to show a bit of support. But I want to know if you can actually make a business from nothing, right? So, I mean, obviously nothing is 0, right? And I'm starting from 20, and I get it, right? But I tried to keep it as low as I could, but at least giving myself a fighting chance. I think there's not many people that couldn't source 20 quid. If you really wanted to start a business, regardless of how you get your income, you could probably source £20, right? So this is where we're going to go. So £20 is going to be our start, all right? Let me just explain what it is that I've done already, just to so we can understand. I've set up my Facebook page. Forget all these logo softwares and things like that. We've got ChatGPT now. Like, you've got AI. You can generate images, crazy images, right? I mean, like, I generated this one, right? So fast. I prompted a few little things and it just come up with this AI. It was free, right? And it also done the same for my cover photo, right? For my Facebook cover photo. Now, normally in the old days, because I used to do logos and things like that, but it was it take time, you know, like to make a proper cover, a nice cover page for your Facebook, right? So I did that with AI and it absolutely worked. Like it worked. So I got my logo, I got my Facebook page, my that was all for free. I've got my cover photo, that was for free. Also decided that it's not something that I'm thinking about doing straight away because you know, like it actually costs money to get it going, but a website, right? I was thinking about a website because all these places like Vinted, Depop, eBay, like they all charge fees, you know, like, and I just think to myself, I might as well just take that and put that into my pocket, right? If I can just get this out there and promote it as much as I can, right? So I started the website, you know, I haven't done too much and I've added a couple components, etc. That's a long way down the line. So I've got my Facebook set up. I'm on TikTok as well. It's Flip to Drip. By the way, I just want to say this is my very first video ever put up on social media and it is nerve-wracking. So if there's any ums and ahs and e's and then please bear with me. Hopefully the videos start flowing soon and things get natural, but right now I feel like a nervous wreck. So, but thank you for listening and bearing with me, sticking with me. £20 is where I'm starting. I'm going to take that £20, I'm going to go to the charity shop and try and get some items, look for some good items that have got some, you know, uniqueness about them. It's not all about just getting all the crap jumpers and just flogging them, hoping to make a profit. You want it to be nice, you know, like I want all vintage stuff from like the 90s, from the 2000s. If anyone, by the way, just to put it out there, if anybody finds a black bombshell Nafco jacket, please inbox me and let me know. I will take that off of your hands for free. I'm only joking, I wouldn't expect you to give that away for free. We're gonna do it. What I've got at the moment to start with, right? Believe it or not, and I kid you not, right? If you look around properly and you actually do a bit of real observation, you can find so much stuff for free. Like, honest to God, like, I never thought about it. I was a bit of a proud man, you know, and I thought, you know what, I don't want to take begging free stuff and things like this. But, like, look at this, right? I bought it as my 3C fingerprints or whatever. But look, it's a laptop work ThinkPad, right? This was free. Some guy was giving it away. He said you don't need it anymore. So I was like, you know what, I'll take it off your hand. I drove 20 minutes. But it's a free laptop. That actually reset it and I can use it now to create my websites and videos and media and etc. And that was for free, you know. And these boots, they did cost me £3, so now my budget is £17. Alright, so I have £17 left because I am definitely gonna flip them. Also, I got very lucky the other day. Let me just show you. Right, I'm gonna show you something, right? And then basically this guy, I saw it on Facebook and he had some DVDs that go for free, you know, so I was like, alright, you know what, DVDs, they're free. Anything free right now for profit is perfect. So it's exactly what I'm looking for, right? But look, this is what I've got. My missus actually picked it up the other day and she was like, oh, I can't get it all in the car. And I was like, what do you mean you can't get it all in the car? Like, I kid you not, watch this, look. Alright guys, to help support my page, please can you drop a like, post a comment, and of course come give us a follow. That would be terrific. Lovely jubbly. Like, this is basically cases and cases of DVDs. Like, I mean, I have not even been through them yet. I wouldn't even know where to begin. Not right now anyway. So there's all DVDs. I mean, look, they're all stacked up in there. There's some under there. They still go all the way down there in a big box. The box down there. It's just, honestly, there is absolutely DVDs, hundreds, and that was all free. I understand that there's going to be a lot of people out there that don't have this luck, right? It's like what I'm about to show you, or this, I shouldn't say luck, but, well, it is luck, you know. Some people are blessed, more blessed than others, and I don't want to use this as to say, like, I made my business because I have this, you know, or whatever. It's nothing like that at all, right? It's just lucky enough where I live, right? I have a marriage, like, and I don't, like, as I'm trying to keep costs down, at the moment we keep a few bits in there, like some cups of wood and some stuff from the house that we don't use often, but it kind of like, it's just, I'm just going to use it as a space, you know. Let me just show you. I'm going to show you this space, alright, and you tell me what you think. Right. So this is the space. Obviously there's some stuff in there, you know, just This is gonna be my I'm gonna keep converting to a stock room. I mean, hopefully you can see the process. This is gonna be it. Yeah, it doesn't look like much, obviously, but we sort the floor out. Definitely sort the ceiling out. Got electric in here, so that's handy. But yeah, this is where we'll be filming all our videos as well, doing mystery boxes, opening different items that we might have found at charity shops. If you know any car boot sales or charity shops, please drop a comment or give me a suggestion. We'll be travelling up and down the country looking for valuable items, you know, that are cheap, something we can make a profit from. Right, let me just take you back into the house. Alright, so we're back in the house. As I said before, look, I'm really new to this. Like, I don't even really know how to edit videos. I'm gonna try and see how this one comes out at the end, but you know, I'm learning. So in a nutshell, basically the aim of this page, right, is to see if we can start a business with £20, right? And I know I've said it before already, but I'm just gonna, in a nutshell, right? It's the ADHD, I'm telling you. So in a nutshell, we're going to be using £20, sourcing as many free items as we can, using that £20 to buy items and then flip them for a profit, using that profit to then put back into the business. Obviously, I mean, I've shown you the boots that I bought, the DVDs that I've got. I have the space so I can have a place to keep everything. I would really appreciate it if you've got this far in the video, because if it was me, I'd have switched off by now, because I can't deal with the people not making any sense, and I feel like I haven't made much sense. But you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm putting it out there, because if I don't, then it's never going to happen, is it? So let's get this started. So if you want to, please come follow me. The more you react, the more you comment, apparently this helps me get out there, you know. Hopefully, I mean, the next video, I plan to show you where I've got with these Timberland boots, if I've sold them not. Also, we're gonna look at these DVDs as well. I want to show you through the DVDs. I don't know, I'm hoping there's some wicked nostalgia films in there. I'm gonna obviously go through them, sort them out between like the blockbusters and the block blisters. And you can join me for that. We'll just set it up and then you can watch us and we can go through the videos. See, look, I'm so new. I have so many mistakes. It's so like, but please, like I said, it'll only get better. I have to start from somewhere, don't I? Without looking like a prat. All this information is just coming in dribs and drabs. I'd love it to be clearer. Unfortunately, I don't have that brain power for it to be smooth, you know, like some of these content creators. But don't worry, I think I said things will get better. So any suggestions for us to go boot sales? We like different, quirky, something that's like, oh god, like out there. I want like something that's weird. I don't know, I want to see bananas outside the shops, you know, and obviously anything we buy and we find, we're going to post flipping them, how much we're flipping them for. I did think about using Vinted and eBay, Depop and places like that, but no. That's not, you can't shut off a business, like an avenue to make money. No, we're going to use Vinted, we're going to use eBay. That would be the most stupid mistake to not use them. See, sometimes I just think, I speak before I think, and then I'm like, actually I shouldn't have said that, but it's too late. God bless video editing. So yeah, I've got the Timberland boots, I've got the DVDs, I've started the website, I've got my Facebook page up and running. Please come and follow. As you can see, there are absolutely 0 followers or comments or nothing, so it's dead right now. If you could please just like drop a like, come and follow for me, that would be lovely. And listen, sometimes you might think, oh, there's bumblies, this is that, but you know what, they're the best ones, and we make the mistakes. We're the real ones, you know, like natural. I'm going to also give you that little video clips of me making the website. If it helps, I was going to say the brand name that I use, but I don't know the laws about that, so I don't want to get in trouble. But yeah, in the next video, hopefully things will be a little bit smoother. I've actually sent my partner and my kids out because I said I wanted to make this video, and I can't even do it around my own kids. That's how nervous I am, right? So yeah, if you'd like, you could please follow me. That would be lovely. Passed that 1,000 times now, haven't I? This is the ADHD, mate. It'd just be interesting. I just want to see if it's really possible, you know, like if it really works. So give us a follow, please, and I will definitely entertain. Thank you very much. By the way, if I haven't said it yet, flip to drip. This is where you need to be at to follow the journey. Keep following this place right here. Thank you.